Cheers, thank you. This is, it's called These Men I Know. These men I know have always been liars. As kids, it was seeing masked men in alleys, and these days, it's always one team that lets them down on their footy bets. These men have more than a few regrets. They carry them etched upon their faces. To know them, you have to be perceptive to the spaces in between what they say, because these men will tell you anything. You know your man Roots? He stole that recipe for reggae sauce off my uncle. And my great-granda invented the crossword puzzle. Here's one, 6 down, untrustworthy person. L-Y blank N-G-B blank S-T-A-R-D. Yeah. See, it's always the day before I meet them that they caught their girlfriends cheating, give the guy in question a beating, the cops came, they got to see him, and of course then they got away. And now they're keeping it low key, except they're telling me and everyone else that will listen. You see, when no meaningful dialogue exists, it becomes necessary to make it up, and I don't even mind because I love a good story. But recently, I noticed their hands are shaking when they send their texts, telling wives and girlfriends they won't be home tonight. They're not nervous, it's just the drink taking its toll. I think they've let the crack go above 90 and everyone knows that's the threshold. After that, the wheels come off like the go-karts we made as kids, hurtling down hills at breakneck speeds. These men are the personification of car crashes. They're hurting, and there's little we can say or do, but at least we could stop pretending this is not a bottleneck, or that it's not a triangle with an apex and a base, and acknowledge that we need both to maintain shape. You see, those at the top have caused us enough shame, but when the fury dies down, it's always these men that we blame because they're ugly, they're stupid, and they're poor. But these men are my friends, and recently we've been losing common ground because I've taken up poetry and partial to pottery, and I'm salsa dancing at the weekends. Guantanamera, there's only one Tanamera. It's not all for fun though. No, I'm trying to stack the odds in my favour. I'm trying to beat the bookie too. Because if I roll the dice enough, maybe just once, I'll get to feel like a winner. Bag myself a wealthy bird and she can take me out for dinner. I'll have the foie gras, she'll have the caviar, and then surely everything will be better. But if I ever tire of contorting myself to fit through the eye of that needle, it's in these men that I'll seek refuge. And I'll know where to find them. I'll pull up a bar stool and sit down beside them, and they'll tell me how Arsenal just let them down for a couple grand. And I'll say, don't worry man, we'll get them next week. Cheers, thank you.